Westlife doesn't sound like Westlife anymore. They sound like Ed Sheeran now. For decades, Westlife has been the soundtrack of broken hearts, first loves, and grand romantic gestures. Their harmonies, their soaring ballads, and the classic, key change with arms wide open, moments defined late 90s and early 2000s pop music. But in recent years, fans have started whispering, or rather, tweeting, that Westlife doesn't sound like Westlife anymore. Instead, they sound a little too much like Ed Sheeran. And they're not entirely wrong. But before we continue, let's get this intro going.
Hi there, and welcome back to my channel. And if this is your first time here, welcome. Allow me to invite you to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell icon for future updates. Thank you in advance for the support, and please feel free to comment down your suggestions.
When Westlife made the grand comeback in 2018 after a 6-year hiatus, the excitement was sky high. But then came Hello My Love, a bright, acoustic pop track co-written by none other than Ed Sheeran and Steve Mac, a familiar name who had also produced many of Westlife's early hits. On paper, it was a perfect blend of old and new. But when fans heard it, it didn't feel like the Westlife they grew up with. Gone were the dramatic string intros, the emotional crescendos, and the timeless boy band soul. Instead, the song had Ed Sheeran's unmistakable stamp, bouncy rhythm, modern production, and sing-along simplicity. Don't get it wrong, it's a good song. Catchy, uplifting, and perfectly radio-friendly. But for many longtime fans, it marked the start of a transformation. The follow-up singles, Better Man and Dynamite, carried the same Sheeran-esque flavor. It was Westlife 2.0, repackaged for the Spotify generation. The classic Westlife magic was still there, but buried beneath layers of modern pop polish. Even their 2021 album Wild Dreams followed the same pattern. There were glimpses of the group's old charm, but most of the songs leaned heavily into Ed Sheeran's songwriting formula, upbeat verses, anthemic choruses, and fewer moments for Shane Fillen's signature heartfelt belting. It's as if Westlife had traded their signature sound of heartbreak ballads for a feel-good acoustic pop identity. So, is this a bad thing? Not necessarily. Every band evolves, and after 2 decades in the business, it's natural for Westlife to modernize. Collaborating with Ed Sheeran brought them back to global charts and introduced their music to a younger audience. But to the fans who fell in love with songs like Flying Without Wings and Fool Again, the shift feels like losing a bit of that nostalgic spark. Perhaps the real question isn't whether Westlife sounds like Ed Sheeran, but whether they need to. Because deep down, fans don't want a new Westlife. They want the emotional storytelling, the harmonies that make your chest tighten, and the kind of ballads that can make even the toughest person tear up at midnight. In the end, Westlife may have borrowed Ed Sheeran's sound to stay relevant in today's pop scene. But for many, the golden era of Westlife will always be the one where the piano starts slow, the lyrics cut deep, and by the final chorus, you're singing along with your arms stretched wide, key change and all. Because that's the Westlife sound the world fell in love with, and maybe, just maybe, it's time they brought it back.